Yeah, so she taught piano here for 45 years. Samantha Taylor was one of her students, and she played for church all her life and all this other kind of stuff. And so I came back and wanted to figure out what to do with the space because it's just me, right? So my mom liked to entertain. I have a piano that I have to keep with me, So it just made sense to kind of pool all of my resources and experience, which is restaurant manager, event planner, make things happen, whatever.
Gotcha.
And so this is what I'm doing. And I think it's a very cool concept. I think people are interested in getting together in small, intimate settings. And I think that it makes people feel better that everybody that's in the space is vaccinated.
Yeah.
And it's something new, right? And so when you drive here, you have no idea what you're coming to. But then it kind of opens up to you. Very conducive.
Absolutely.
We've been here for 56 years. 56 years, and so this is what it is now.
Oh yeah, I love it. So much character to this place.
All of the houses over here in this neighborhood kind of they're all individual, right?
Absolutely.
None of them are alike, and it's a cool thing. Especially with them opening up the deck park up here at Marcellus and Ewing.
Okay.
That's what all that construction is.
Okay.
So that's going to be great. I can't wait to see how the neighborhood is impacted by that. So, I see little things. So what I want to do is just have, a 4-course dinner, great meal, great people, and great entertainment. And I think that, spotlighting people locally is a cool thing, right?
Absolutely.
So just trying to create my own little speakeasy type deal.
A little moonshine in the back.
Exactly. So when it was so funny, I was on IG and Emmanuel was on there. I talked to his sister and I was like, where's your brother? Because
he's all over.
He's all over the place.
I know, man. That's so wonderful, man.
I asked him, I said, man, when you coming home? He says, when America gets rid of racism. I said, oh, so never.
Wow.
He said, yeah, possibly. But it's amazing, that he goes and does. And I was telling him, I was having a hard time finding musicians to do, to be a part of this, and I had found a couple of people and had reached out a couple of times. It didn't really get I got a soft yes, but I could never pin down, okay, we're gonna do this type deal. And so I got flustered and annoyed, and that's when I said, hey man, do you know anybody? And so he mentioned you, and he mentioned Angel and another young lady who I need to call. I try to stay a month out. Anyway, so I was very excited, right? And so then when I heard you play on some of your YouTube things, I thought, oh, that is so cool, right? Because my initial thought was, that would be great for brunch, right? For anything, but the first thing that came to my mind was brunch because I want to do one of those.
Interesting. I've never heard my sound for brunch.
Yeah,
brunch vibe.
Listen, I think it's gonna be nightclub in the daytime. I think it's just gonna be really cool.
Wow.
I think you have an old soul somewhere.
Absolutely.
Because it vibrates and comes through. Love that. Love that.
I was trying to tell people I'm born in the wrong generation. I couldn't imagine, I feel so out. I feel like an outsider.
Do you
in a
really?
sense. I really do, man. It's like the niche sound that I have and the music that I have. Like it's when I attempt to play like this in deep Ellum, I don't actually feel like it's. I get the opportunity to play like this in Deep Ellum.
So you have to change somehow
Absolutely.
to work that area,
Exactly.
right? That genre.
Yeah,
whatever,
and that isn't authentic. It's
no,
just,
it's not. Oh, I get it.
yeah.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
So forced.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, that's kind of like me working for somebody else. It's just totally forced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to always try and figure out how I can keep things moving that are new and challenging and stuff like that. So you're originally from Dallas?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What school did you go to?
High school
Yeah.
was Arts Magnet.
Okay.
Well, actually, James Madison High School.
Okay,
was
Madison.
For
Okay,
the freshman year.
Okay.
Sophomore.
And then Arts Magnet. Okay.
Absolutely. I got to give them their credit
Okay,
because
okay.
without them Anthony Jackson there, I wouldn't have I wouldn't even been able to learn the piece that
Really?
I needed to audition for. Absolutely.
Do you remember the piece?
Oh yeah. It
What was it?
Bach.
Ooh.
Prelude. Something.
Really? Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
it was
took
fun.
piano. There was a piano teacher here, Viola Dixon Cole, right? And she taught piano
Oh, she sounds
and
fierce.
organ. Listen, Miss Cole lived on South Boulevard, right?
Okay.
You know South Boulevard, right?
I don't.
Okay, so here's Forest Avenue.
Okay.
What do they call it? MLK now.
Okay.
And you know where? All right. Okay, you know how 75, because you would come up 75, 45 to exit MLK to go to the fair, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're just off this exit. We're going to turn to the left. There used to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken there in the old days. You keep up. There was a little hospital over there. You keep up.
Not Irving, is it? Or
no, it's up the other way.
Okay.
Up the other way. So, and then you get to, I can't think of, Oakland, right? Oakland, if you go to the right and come back, that street right there, South Boulevard, is a beautiful neighborhood that, all the Jewish doctors and stuff like that. So they're mansions, right? Kind of like Swiss Avenue, but it's right over there. So she had a home over there, and it had an elevator in it, and her Steinway had a room for itself, and black lady, she was lovely, right? She was lovely, Viola Dixon Cole. Although my mom taught, she was like, yeah, you need to go to someone, who can teach you, because you're my kid and you're a lot. So I went over, and it was good. So when you played a little bit of that Bach, that kind of made me think about that, because I played a lot of Bach pieces and stuff. It was fun, but it's funny because I went to arts 9th and 10th grade, and then I got in the theater cluster, and I realized that I stank because I was in a production that we did, Matchmaker, and it was just horrible. And I thought, I liked the costume, huh?
Most of those kids are horrible. You go there for the experience of going to the school, but okay.
Well, yeah, that's after the fact. That's before all of that, is now. It was just the school.
If you only knew how many musicians that were in the music cluster graduated high school and stayed in music, it's like maybe 10% of that entire class.
Really?
Yes, it's interesting that, like, as many people as I knew who played, they just don't play anymore. So, I mean, whether or not it was just that phase of their life, it was that.
Okay. So I went to Skyline and got into fashion design.
Okay.
So that was fun and so.
Oh no! All right. Okay. Never mind. Okay. I'll bypass it.
What happened?
Because arts breeds an environment for that, at least that creativity.
Exactly. It got me started.
Mm-hmm.
It did get me started, and then I took history of costume class, and Miss Molly Dean was a volunteer who ended up being a teacher and probably over it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when she was volunteering.
Wow, that's interesting.
Long time ago. Anyway, and I just liked that whole process. And then, I changed to get Skyline, get in fashion, and, started making dresses and doing stuff, and did very well here in Dallas, and moved to New York. But it just, I don't know. I just kind of lost a little love with it, and so what I've learned through So then I transitioned into restaurant and hospitality management after seeing 9/11, and so that was fun too, right? So now I'm back at home. I'm trying to take all of these things to create a cohesive kind of brand in a very different way, right?
Understood.
And I love entertaining people, and I love beautiful things, and I love great music, and I love that whole thing, right? And you're either on the deep element side, or you're not.
Yeah.
So we're looking for, we are not, right? That's what we're looking for. We are not. So just growing on the thing, and a lot of things are just kind of falling in place, and so I'm very excited, very excited. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Who's your favorite musician?
I'm going to give you 3 because that's how I can best tell you who my favorite is.
Okay.
Because each one offered something different.
Okay.
I will go with my top would be Oscar Peterson.
Okay.
Oscar Peterson, the monster that he is, very fun to listen to, very easy to I guess easy to digest his playing.
Okay.
As well as just seeing the entertainment value that he had as well. Art Tatum, which was complex, and he tickled the musician's ears so much to the point where you can always listen to a recording of his and never hear the same damn thing. It's ridiculous. Earl Garner, because he was like a very performative throughout his entire performance career. He was a very showy musician.
Okay.
In my sense, and I could just consider him the Liberace of black
really?
people. Yes, I mean it's his
Earl
playing.
Garner.
He was yes.
Garner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. When you find him, I promise you'll fall in love with him. Exactly. So those 3.
Okay. Very cool. How old are you? Can I ask?
31.
Are you really?
Absolutely.
I used to be 31. It's almost twice now.
Wow.
So that is so cool. It's cool to meet a young person that has an appreciation for depth, right? Does that make? I don't know if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
Not that young people don't, but it's refreshing to see, that there is still great connection to masters before us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not get caught up in, commercialism and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So if you had to play a piano duet with somebody, who would you play with?
Oh, this is a young musician. Oh, he is fan-freaking-tastic. His name is Sullivan Fortner.
Okay.
And absolutely, he is who I would consider right now my favorite young musician because he borrows from the old style, but whenever he plays, it's not as apparent. It's just modernized so heavily it's so disguised.
Really? So you have to know what it is,
yes,
right?
absolutely.
That's cool. What, Faulkner?
Fortner.
Fortner.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm learning. I'm going to forget and ask you again, I'm sure.
That's recorded.
oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, so.
Let's review the tape.
I'm glad that you came by and shared a little time. All right, Arts Magnet.
Yeah.
Pegasus for life.
Man, I remember when I graduated the year they finalized that new building, right?
I have a story about
it. When they attempted to change the name of the school by naming, I guess, keeping the name on the older building,
right,
and putting the donors' name on the new part.
How did that go?
Of course, the traditional, the black, the original, what do you call them? The alumni of the historic only black high school. So in the urban area,
exactly.
You know, of course.
And it wasn't urban. It wasn't urban when they put it up.
Oh,
Go
wow.
ahead. Yeah,
Okay, okay, but
we screwed us over.
We went. You know, it's like the attempt to erase some of our black history. You know, was stopped, was halted.
Just tired. That's all I Just tired. We got a little good news today, but we gotta wait 2 more weeks for some more good news. Anyway, I'm just, yeah. So I in the summertime I participate with an organization. I'm having a senior moment and Art Vision, which is a 2-week camp for kids that are probably between the ages of, 9 up to like 16 or something like that, 15. And so in this 2-week period, they do a production, right? So they do, this year, we did Aladdin. And so I had gotten roped in to work with them on costuming and stuff, right? So fast forward, I knew Arts Magna, the original building, and the first new wing. That was it.
Okay.
So all of that other stuff, it was confusing, it was daunting, and I was having foot issues, and it was a long ass way to walk.
Wow. It was
It's beautiful.
We felt that it felt like a jail cell.
It's very dark.
Yes,
it's very dark.
And anyway, we just felt it was completely opposite of what we had before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was anyway. So we wanted that old style back, but they wanted this new upgraded building, all the fancy technology with the poor design.
Yeah, it's very dark. It's very dark. And it seems like with artists, if your space doesn't have a lot of light, that could kind of contribute to you not being happy all the time. I don't know.
I know the dancers had access to windows. I don't remember the piano rooms having access to much light. I can't remember, but I just know those dancers had
the
studios.
Costume shop does.
Okay.
And the welding place, because they're on that back side, they get a little sun, but it just, like, the interior rooms are really dark feeling.
My cousin, she goes there, and she was in the Aladdin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was she?
Her name is Kayla Bradshaw. She was doing at the scene that they showed me. She was doing the genie. So
is that your cousin?
Yeah.
She's lovely. She had on the gold striped pants.
Yeah.
She is beautiful. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I helped her with her audition
process. Listen.
I know, right?
Listen.
Right.
Listen. See that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
The world gets smaller and smaller. I loved her. She was adorable. She was adorable. She was one of the nice kids, but she's like 15. How old is she?
Yes.
Yes. It could,
Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't even know how teachers do it. I don't.
They clock out and they get a drink after.
That's terrible. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh my gosh.
I thought for Arts Magnet, we always considered those kids more tempered, better temperament with those and easier to work with. However, teenagers are teenagers, and temperamental is their nature, and you never know what you get. Obviously, when I was there, I remember every phase that I went through, and it was like trying to in a mixed cultured school, trying to represent where I was from, South Oak Cliff, and so. Anyway, that was me implanted in that school. So, I did what I could, and I remember some of the stuff I wore and just the things
It was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely
Shit.
fun.
I know it's not legal here, but I smoked my first joint with Monica Washington, who was in the movie about those little girls that got bombed. She was in Little Rock. She was in that movie with them, and we were on our way, and we were hanging out with a senior. I can't remember who it was, and we went to go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Granada Theater at midnight. Okay, just random. I have those
Flashbacks
or something. I don't
Understood,
know.
man.
But yeah, Faulkner? Fortner.
Yeah.
Okay, young guy. You know a lot of musicians here in Dallas. Do you do a lot of performing here in Dallas?
Okay, so this year, yes. The years before, no, because I have a habit of, first of all, I never wanted to depend on music for my living. So I work for the government. I work for TSA Airport.
Okay.
And so that's my daylight job. And so I always the idea that musicians will never be able to live sustainably off of a music career was always in my head, obviously, in a lot of people's heads, and it probably weeded a bunch of people out, and that's probably why they stopped playing and pursued a career in that can financially sustain them. However, that was in my head, and so that's why I said, yeah, I'm not going to put much effort into performing as becoming a performer. However, I do have like two people that I will play for no matter what when it is, they call me and ask me, I will always say yes. Everybody else I will say no to. But my friend Sherna Armstrong,
is that the lady she was singing?
Yes.
Older lady, a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, that's another conversation.
Yes.
I hadn't gotten there with you yet.
Oh, I absolutely.
I ain't missed much, bro.
All right, absolutely,
okay,
my friend.
Okay,
I promise you.
Okay.
She melts my she melts my soul.
I heard you playing behind. I was like,
yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that. And who's the other person?
Joyce Spencer. She plays saxophone. And so pretty much everybody else, there were a few that I might say yes to, but for the most part, those were the solid people. And so 2020 and back was, me no effort of performing. However, I did perform whenever somebody asked. 2020, at the end of 2020, I decided, okay, I don't want to be at this airport for the rest of my life, in a sense. I really want to give it a shot at pursuing a performance as a musician.
Fabulous.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm going to do what I can, and really, I'm not gonna lie, like the month of December is a nightmare for me. I don't even know how I'm gonna make it work because anyway.
You do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You booked up the entire month?
Most of those, the weekends, and then I've been getting my normal Tuesday gig at the Urbano Cafe.
Where's it at?
Fitzhugh, what's that, Live Oak in a sense? If you go, yeah, Fitzhugh and Live Oak.
Okay.
Urbana. But yeah, and so I've been doing that, and then some more gigs in between during the middle of the week, which is odd for me anyway. And then my Saturday at the hotel, Hall Arts Hotel, which is right by Booker T. Washington. Okay. So it's the restaurant in there is Ellie's Restaurant, and it's so fantastic. The environment, I really love the fact that it's not the opposite of it. To me, this room right here has the same energy and vibe as the is it? I can't say it's. I guess it's artsy as they want to be, and it's the open fanciness of it. I'll show you a picture of it, and you'll see what I'm saying.
That makes me feel good because I've tried to. I don't know. I try to just put good energy into it, right? and hope that's what comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people feel, you feel things like flowers, or you feel art, or you feel you feel the aesthetics in a room, right?
Yep. Yep.
You feel the aesthetics in a room. So hopefully, I am successfully conveying a warm, welcoming speakeasy, because I want to change the light bulb outside, put a blue one in, and close off these drapes, and
Wow.
I just think it would be a lot of fun, and I'm very excited, very, very excited about the brunch, because I've been thinking about it for a while and didn't know how I was going to do it, because you go to brunches and you got eggs and bacon and grits and stuff, but I just wanted to be able to do it differently, right? So the only eggs will be in the form of maybe like a quiche and a made-to-order omelet, and that might have bacon in it. But the other things will be, little ditties, or trays of this or a tray of that, and then once that tray is gone, it's gone, and then something else comes out. So it's always changing and challenging people.
So you have a team that you're working with?
I have a very small team. I'm glad that you said that. My dearest friends here, I've known forever, have come in to support me. So I have 2 sous chefs, and I have a front of the house person, and I have a person that works at serving, and JJ, my nephew, comes in and he does dishes and bussing, and so the team, it's a small team, right? But it's a lot.
You have everything you need.
It's a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to step away from this to do what I really do, and that's going to be curating the experience, right? I don't want to have to curate it and then do all the work, and because I miss things, but my team has been very good and supportive, and so I'm excited about that. I'm working on valet parking. I just need to get somebody to call me back.
That's interesting.
And I think that would be, just that thing, right? So
yeah.
you drive in historic Oak Cliff, and then you turn down this little street, and you're like, oh man, what the hell? And then you get here, and then there's somebody to greet you. It does 2 things. It allows you to have a sense of calm. You ain't gonna try to find no parking, and then it also allows my neighbors to be free of crowds, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you parking in front of my house either. So I don't know. So just trying to keep it.
That's the city park. That's the city street. They gonna be all right.
You tell the Johnson's next door.
Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous.
Anyway, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I appreciate you coming. Will you tickle the ivory a little bit for me?
Oh yeah. Let me see what old Betsy got in there. Well, you don't name the piano, do you?
So let me tell you, right? The piano, when I decided to do this, I said, I need to get the piano tuned. To me, it sounds horrible, but hold on, let me say something. So I got this guy, he came out, he tuned it, or he did something, and I had music playing in the background, and I didn't turn it off, and so it just never seemed right to me. But he said to me, man, this piano is like 45 years old. It's never been reconditioned or something, where he took all of this stuff out and did all of that.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded better before he did that, but I could be totally wrong. Does it sound good?
So this is my thing about.
Please tell me it sounds good.
About older pianos, man. I love them when they're out of tune, because they have more character, and then what it is each string is out of tune together, so it's out of tune, but it's in tune with itself.
Okay.
So it might not be in tune with the next piano next to it, but with it itself, they don't know what the key of C is supposed to sound like. They know that it should sound, everything should sound
Right.
kosher. Let's say that.
Okay. Okay.
Mathematically approached. Anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, I love the old sounding pianos. They kind of they have more character, and I just feel more comfortable playing them. The one at Urbano Cafe.
Okay.
That one is.
Is that on Tuesdays?
Yes.
Urbano Cafe on Tuesday. Who going with me?
I kind of expected. It just changes like it changes how I approach the song.
Really?
Yes. Because
every piano, you connect with it differently, and so you play it different.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Like the brightness of it just kind of just breeds the culture.
Very good. So, can't you see it? I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing your time with us, with me. And I cannot wait to get going. And then, to... How long you been at TSA?
4 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time to go.
Well, what I've learned.
Teach me something, sir.
What I've learned is my artist can only be kind of confined to up until about 2 years. At the end of 2 years, my attitude starts to get a little stank, right? And it's because I do so many things, right? So one thing will pop in like, man, I don't even know why you are doing this when you design clothes and you can make dresses and da-da-da-da-da. You've taken care of yourself like that before. And so my attitudes get bad. And then I always end up doing that thing that I do so well to kind of pacify my artist. And so now I'm on full-fledged artist happiness period. And if it doesn't work and I have to be happy. There's too much shit going on, and we tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and I ain't got no more. And so then, if I'm gonna do all the work, then it needs to be for myself. And I think you are an amazing artist. My mom is smiling right now.
Oh wow.
She is. I know she is. This is
nice.
Great. She had a couple of great students that came through it. It's funny because you got to see her be excited about like Angela Kewington, who she just technique and all of it. They had a 30-minute music class, and then they had an hour theory on Saturdays.
Okay.
And so it would always be like 8 to 10 kids at a big table, and she'd be going through her stuff, and it was cool. I miss those days.
Does she still perform? The
Angela? Angela, I don't know. She was here in Dallas. I don't know if she's still here.
She would be in her 60s by now, or something.
Yeah, she would be.
Okay.
Angela Kewington. But yeah, this is great. I'm so excited. My mind is rolling and rolling and rolling. And so what are your hours at TSA?
Oh, crack of dawn, which like 4 a.m. to 12:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One perfect times.
That's like perfect time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, you're young. You don't need sleep.
And I like to get work over with. You know,
Okay.
why don't push it to 8 o'clock? You know, 4 a.m. is perfect. It's when by the time
Listen,
when people going to work,
listen.
I'm halfway through my job.
Exactly. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Sir, Don Roberson, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you being here. Dinner for 8, brunch with jazz, part of the Dinner and Jazz series that we're going to do here is kind of speakeasy. Hashtag dinner for 8, FOUR and the number 8. And thank you. We look forward to sharing time with you again and again and again. I'll tell you about that later.
Wonderful,
thank
man.
you so much. All right.
Y'all have a good one.
All right. That's what's up. Yeah, made my day, buddy.
Oh, man,
My two of my best friends are coming to town tomorrow.